Alright guys, figured I would show you a firearm I purchased. Purchased the thing about 6 months ago. I just ain't got around to, with all the summertime activities and heat and all the COVID crap and everything. I just ain't made a video on it. But I will show you. I bought this one from, where did I buy this from? From Classic. And it is the model 85BB. Comes in a little cardboard box. Give you a quick shout out to Mears Property Group. They actually did the transfer for me on this. I ordered this. Excuse me. Kimmy, she's a great woman. Really knows her firearm stuff. They actually do auctions, so you can go online actually buy some of their stuff. I don't get paid from them, but just want to give a shout out to them because they're the one that did me right. You know, a lot of the times people won't pay. It is ridiculous. Some of the for a FFL transfer, especially since this is not a CNR gun, someone want $50-$60 to transfer, and these guys here pretty good. If you're in upstate South Carolina, they do you right. Anyways, this is the 85BB. I did not pay hand select. I think I paid $3.99 for this. It is the BB model. It has the rounded trigger guard. I think the only ones they make now are the I want to say the 84 and the 85 FS. They have a square trigger guard and decocker. This one unloaded. This one does not have the decocker. You push it up, it's in safe mode. It makes it a dead trigger. Can't do anything, just straight down. Allows you to fire. As the non-European, if you've seen my other videos, you've seen the 51 and the 92S. They have like the little button down here for the magazine release. This one has more of the traditional American mag release. Those are loaded. I won't rack one in the slide, but I promise you, you're all safe on camera. I can put it on safe, make you feel better. Drop free magazines. At least they do when they're fully loaded. It does ship with one magazine. I don't even know if these are in stock. I should have actually purchased one of these a year or two ago when they have them. They had them for like $200. Like I said, I waited in the peak of the COVID mess. I bought this about 6 months ago. So we're looking at February, March. I bought this. Like I said, I paid $3.99 for it. So still, I thought it was a good price. You know, if you can get a decent gun under $400 or $500. Did not pay hand select, like I said, and finish is pretty good. I have not cleaned this firearm. I'm not pointing it at me. I'm pointing it up in the air. I'm back this way of the camera. But anyways, pretty decent sights. It does have the where you dot the I. White rear sight, white dot on the front. So probably gonna have to clean them up. You know, that little dingy. But overall, it's in really good condition. Like I said, if this is the good, the very goods would probably be almost like brand new. But these are Italian trade-ins. And they are the BB version. The military versions, they're not titled Cheetah. You know how Beretta likes to name all their firearms after cats: Tomcat, Polecat, Bobcat. Usually the series of this in the commercial versions is the Cheetah. That's for the 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. But this one is the military version, so it's probably a police trade-in. Really nice trigger on this gun. It does not have a magazine disconnect, so you can actually put the safety on. If you put the safety on, you have a dead trigger no matter what, so you can carry it cocked and locked if you want to. Traditional 1911 safety. When you pull it down off the safe onto the fire, you know, red is dead, you can pull the trigger even with the magazine out, which is very good. I know a lot of the other firearms of this size do have the magazine disconnect in them. This one does not, which is something I liked about it. It is a single stack. I think these are like 8-round magazines. It comes with one. I did get on there. The magazines for these things are pretty pricey when you can find them, you know, $30, $40. I actually found, I think it was DK Firearms had some in stock, and I think I paid about $25 or $30 a piece. So figured with 3 magazines, I do have them loaded up with my 380 hard cast bullets, because if anybody else knows about the ammunition the way it is now, the price of ammunition is going crazy. It's coming down a lot, but still, I make my own a lot cheaper. But yeah, I think it's going to be a very nice addition to the collection. Has a super good trigger on it, super smooth trigger. We'll take it off safe, drop the hammer. It does not have the decocker, like I said. Some of the other models you can use the safety as a decocker will drop the hammer. This one doesn't. It does have half cock right there. When the safety's on, you got a dead trigger, static, nothing happens. Pull the trigger with the hammer back. It's a really short, smooth trigger release. And then double action, real heavy, which is what you want a double action. Say maybe 8 to 10 pounds. I don't have a trigger gauge, but that's something you want in a gun like this. Is you want, which is the way I would carry it. I would rack one in, put the hammer down, and I would leave the safety off. That way, that first pull is a long, heavy trigger pull, and then subsequent shots after that will be single action. So real light. Really like the triggers on the Berettas. Maybe I'll do another video later showing you the size comparison to my 51 or my 92S, but really digging it. I have not got to shoot it yet, but like I said, it is just like all the rest of them. You push the button, flip the little lever on the slide, you have your magazine, your recoil spring and guide rod. This does not have a rotating block. It's just a straight blowback, but it does have really beefy slides. And if you look, like I said, the condition on this one is really good, so I would not be afraid to purchase one of these. I'm not really big on how finishes are. If the finishes are not good on them, I will refinish them to my liking. But this is a shooting grade gun anyway, so it's not really a collectible gun. You know, we just put our guide rod and spring back in. Alright, I should just be able to put our slide right back on. Pull it back till you feel that little notch. You can slip your lever back in. Oh no, I think it'd be a pretty good range gun. The size is pretty good that I would not be afraid to carry this gun, even though it does have, you know, limited supply with the 8 rounds. I do have more adequate firearms that I would consider as a carry gun, but for one to go to the range and, you know, put in a collection, I think it's pretty good. Alright, next thing we'll do is we'll get her out to the range and see what we think about her.